Hi and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from the heart of Route 66 Auto Museum in Sapulpa.
And we are surrounded by some incredible antique automobiles here. Located at 13 Sahoma Lake Road in Sapulpa, they're right off the infamous Route 66. This museum began as one Tulsa man's dream and it became reality just recently. We'll tell you all about it throughout the show.
But first, I believe we're going to head south and west to your hometown.
That's right, to a great place for friends and family to spend some time. Let's check out Lake Latonya. Oklahoma boasts a number of beautiful lakes, and now is a great time to get out and enjoy them. If you're in the southwest part of the state, make the trip to enjoy Lake Latonya.
It's roughly 2 miles long, north to south. It's about a mile wide. We have two major marinas here. The big one is Schoolhouse Slough on the southeast quarter of the lake, and then we've got Robinson's Landing up on the north end. Schoolhouse Slough is mainly just a marina where you can bring your own watercraft and launch from. Robinson's Landing, they do offer kayak rentals on that end.
At Lake Latonya, you'll enjoy around 25 miles of shoreline, swimming beaches, campgrounds, and more. In the summer months, folks come to the lake for boating, water skiing, swimming, and much more.
Mainly during the summer months, it's water recreation, family time, jet ski, water ski, kayak. We do have a day use area with a swimming beach. So anything that you can do on the water, people come out and find a way to enjoy it.
But any time of year is a good time to enjoy Lake Latonya. In the off-season, the fishing is incredible.
It really turns into an outdoorsman lake. You can jug line fish the entire lake instead of just the areas outside the ski lane at that point. It is a great fishing lake. We did have the state record smallmouth bass taken out of here a few years ago.
Plan your next staycation for Lake Latonya. This is the perfect place to bring your RV with plenty of spots to enjoy this southwest Oklahoma hotspot.
The east campground over on the east side of the lake is our busiest campground, mainly because of the wide open views.
But one of the best parts of this Oklahoma lake is the view. Lake Latonya is nestled beneath the Wichita Mountains, so you can see one of Oklahoma's most beautiful landscapes.
In Oklahoma, it's hard to find mountains, especially in southwest Oklahoma, and this is a great lake for the view of Mount Scott and the Wichita Mountain Refuge behind it.
You can find more information about Lake Latonya on the City of Lawton's website. This time of year, you'll really enjoy camping and fishing.
And now back here closer to Sapulpa, I think folks will enjoy a new exhibit at the Tulsa Zoo.
Yeah, it's home to some rarely seen animals of Asia, snow leopards, tigers. Julie Chen takes us to the Lost Kingdom.
It's like you came upon some ancient ruins and the animals have taken over.
The Lost Kingdom is the newest find at the Tulsa Zoo and the most heavily themed display yet.
But this is a multi-species exhibit complex, so everywhere you turn, you're kind of seeing a different animal, a different place, and it's all really exciting for our guests.
Ancient Asian culture inspired the 3.5 acres where animals native to Asia roam.
It's a new home for our tigers, snow leopards, Komodo dragons, siamings, Chinese alligators, and it also introduced some new species like binturong.
Binturong, also known as bear cats, are kind of their own unique species. They're anywhere between 20 and 50 pounds, black, coarse fur. Some people think they smell like buttered popcorn.
The Lost Kingdom is also home to the red panda, but since red pandas like cold weather, they're going to stay behind the scenes until things cool off. Then they'll be moving into the Lost Kingdom later this fall.
Speaking of weather, the Lost Kingdom was designed with Oklahoma's changing weather in mind.
You're going to be able to see the animals all year round. We've got indoor habitats, we've got outdoor habitats. No matter what the temperature, rain, snow, sleet, you're always going to be able to find the animals.
With gigantic glass windows, public training areas, and large naturalistic spaces, the Lost Kingdom provides one of the most personal experiences here to date.
It's a lot more interactive with the public. People can actually see them, they can get up close. The habitats are much larger and a lot more complex for them.
Amid the lush landscape are waterfalls and pools, even heated rocks like this one for the Komodo dragons.
The one in the indoor exhibit's right up next to the glass, and then there's a huge one that's elevated in the outside exhibit. It's heated. There's underground heat in it. So this one in the indoor exhibit is cranking about 115 degrees, and then the one on the outside, because we actually have the sun, it's a lot hotter. It's usually around 130 degrees.
Clearly, there's lots to see here and plenty to eat as well, with 2 dining venues.
We have the Aunt Graves Komodo Canteen, which is a great place for you to get a snack, some churro bites, some pretzels, a beer from Marshall's, or you can go to the George Kaiser Family Foundation Rajan's, which is a full-time sit-down restaurant with pizza, salads, and sandwiches. It's also rentable space after the zoo closes at night.
Rajan's also shares a window with the Malaysian tiger exhibit, offering a wild dining adventure. The Lost Kingdom. It's a whole new world waiting for you to explore.
The Tulsa Zoo is as popular as ever, and the Lost Kingdom has really helped us generate that excitement.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.
Find out more about hours and admission to the Tulsa Zoo on their website, tulsazoo.org. And if you're looking for other things to do in Tulsa, we're happy to send you a copy of our Tulsa Guide. Just head to our website, travelok.com, and click up top where it says Request Free Brochures.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
Yes, it's awesome. I mean, you'll see cake stuff that you can't see anywhere else. I mean, you walk around going, can that even be cake?
The show that really takes the cake in Tulsa will tell you the 2 days a year you can catch it.
It's actually a really neat thing. It's something I didn't expect to be in Henryetta, but it's a good insight of what Henryetta used to be and how far it's come today.
Plus a trip back in time at one of our state's great museums.
We don't have a frozen potato in the house. Everything's, our potatoes are all fresh cut.
And always fresh, never frozen, the restaurant in Central Oklahoma where home cooking is all they're serving. We'll take you there a little bit later right here on Discover Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Department of Agritourism salutes Days and Maze in Marshall, home to a fall pumpkin patch, corn maze, and petting zoo.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. This holiday season, give the gift of Oklahoma Today to family and friends for just $14.95. Visit tvoffer.oklahomatoday.com.
What do you want when you go on vacation? How about adventure or just relaxation? You might want an edge where your mind grows wings, or maybe a place to see spectacular things. How about a road where you can get your kicks? Throw music and art into your bag of trips. This is the land of wonders, far and wide. When you're in Oklahoma, just enjoy the ride. Visit travelok.com and explore. Come see for yourself when you want to see more.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. This might just be what attracts folks from Route 66 into the museum, a huge gas pump out on the front lawn. Or for an upcoming weekend event, folks may be traveling up this way for the sugar.
That's true, because the sweetest and most beautiful cakes can be seen at the Tulsa State Fair. Jeff Roberts takes us to the Oklahoma State Sugar Art Show.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. Okay, so Willy Wonka I'm not, but I am personal friends with the Queen of Cakes, Carrie Vincent.
Let's meet our judges for today's competition. Wedding cake designer and Hall of Fame sugar artist from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Carrie Vincent.
Yeah, that Carrie Vincent. The same Carrie that for the last 23 years has held the Grand National Wedding Cake Competition and Oklahoma State Sugar Art Show at the Tulsa State Fair. This event is so huge that people from all over the world come to Tulsa. Why?
I have over $200,000 cash and prizes, and it's a lot for a cake.
Okay, I see you. For $200,000, I'd come too. But with that up for grabs, what kind of contestants show up?
You know, there's some that will always come because they're really committed to the show and they love to compete, but it's never a given that somebody's going to just be here walking away with it, because there's always some wild card that comes from somewhere And that's what really makes it surprising. And also the techniques that they come up with. Every year I see new things that they've invented and played with, and they're really out to win.
So do the contestants think this show is a must-see? Rachel Grady of Searcy, Arkansas answers that one for us.
Yes, it's awesome. I mean, you'll see cake stuff that you can't see anywhere else. I mean, you walk around going, can that even be cake? But it's awesome.
I'm telling you, the Grand National Wedding Cake Competition and the Oklahoma State Sugar Art Show is a must-see. September 30th through October 1st. And because Carrie is cake royalty, we have to leave you with this. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. She's embarrassed she did it. All right. For Discover Oklahoma, I'm Jeff Roberts.
The Sugar Show is on display at the Tulsa State Fair September 30th and October 1st. You'll find the displays inside the River Spirit Expo building on the lower level. The exhibits are open Saturday 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
Then we have information on the mining industry here, on the military, Jim Shoulders, Troy Aikman, Hugh Henry, the founder of our town.
Everyone and everything that put this eastern Oklahoma town on the map under one roof will take you there.
The desserts are great. And my favorite's the bread pudding.
And wait till you see what else is on the menu a little bit later right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime. Like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Tree-lined fairways, emerald greens, wildlife, water, breathtaking scenes, rolling terrain, historic landmarks. That's par for the course at Oklahoma State Parks. Right now, stay and play at an Oklahoma State Park starting at just $75. You get a night of lodging, a round of golf, and a sleeve of golf balls. If you haven't seen our cabins and lodges lately, prepare to be amazed. Get all the details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
Some like it quiet, some like it loud. Some want to just get lost in the crowd. Whatever you like, from mountains to museums, Oklahoma has more. You just have to see them. This is the land of wide open wonder, where excitement runs rampant in the city of thunder. Music and art put on their best faces, and smiles are shared freely in so many places. TravelOK.com invites you to see. Come see for yourself where you'd rather be.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're checking out all sorts of very cool cars at the heart of Route 66 Auto Museum in Sapulpa.
You just can't get enough of all of this good history in here.
Absolutely, and you know, Oklahoma has so many museums that allow us to take a trip back in time. And with that, come with me now to the Territorial Museum in Henryetta.
Our purpose is to collect and preserve and display artifacts. And I think just our wide variety of artifacts that we have here that explains our history and where we've come from.
And that's exactly what they do here. Even the building itself has its own history.
W.B. Hudson was in 1906 on the Constitutional Convention to form the state of Oklahoma. And he was a banker, local banker here, and they needed a school building, so he built this school building to be our first official school building.
It was also the first American Legion meeting place, the first library in town, and the local Boy Scouts started in this building.
About anybody that wanted to start something could start it in this facility.
But it's really what's displayed on the inside that tells the history of not only this town, but of its people through the years.
And I'm impressed with all the artifacts and the archives that they have of our history, and I'm amazed at some of the pictures too, because I think of my husband's father or grandfather that was a miner, and there's a picture of all the miners from the year that he was here. So now I'm gonna have to bring my husband back and look to see if maybe he is one of the miners in the picture.
And speaking of photos, one of the highlights displayed is the impressive Joseph Hardin photography collection. Hardin was the official photographer of the 9th governor of Oklahoma, Alfalfa Bill Murray.
And Alfalfa Bill was the president of the Constitutional Convention when it was being formed. And so I guess that's where that relationship came from. And well, the photos always seemed to fascinate. We had a young guy come in here that was in his 26, 27 years old, and he came in and he looked at all of our photos that we had here, and the next day he came back, and the next day he came back. And he said, look at these pictures. Look at the faces on these people. This guy captured the history, he captured the times, and he understood what was here.
Heritage is everything to a community.
And that heritage is covered in different ways.
We have information on the mining industry here, on our military, Jim Shoulders, Troy Aikman, Hugh Henry, the founder of our town, Lions Club, Boy Scouts, sports, railroad, and we've probably got 50 different areas covered here.
It's actually a really neat thing. It's, something I didn't expect to be in Henryetta, but it's a good insight of what Henryetta used to be and how far it's come today.
I like it how it shows how Henryetta was founded. See, we learn a whole lot of stuff. I'm actually related to the founder of Henryetta because my relative married one of his daughters.
History has been defined as events that form the basic subject of a history, and each area of our state, town, or city has its own distinctive history to exhibit. Places such as the Henryetta Historical Museum preserve our cultural heritage.
The Henryetta Territorial Museum is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Friday, 9 to 6. They're closed on Sundays. You'll find them at 410 West Moore Street in Henryetta.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma, the food is great, but wait until you hear the backstory.
So my dad thought, well, I might as well get a restaurant.
We're checking out this home cooking hotspot when Discover Oklahoma continues.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide is filled with festive events and iconic attractions, outdoor wonders, and the hottest places to eat and stay. It's the perfect roadmap to unforgettable adventures. Order your free Oklahoma Travel Guide today at travelok.com.
The Rhythm and Roots Music Trail is your front row seat to excitement. Hit the road to explore rock, blues, country, all of Oklahoma's rich music heritage. Order your free guide at travelok.com.
The wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat,
it sure smells sweet
when the wind comes
right behind the rain. Oh, Oklahoma every night, my honey lemonade.
Sit alone and talk,
And watch a hawk
making lazy circles in the sky. You know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand.
And when we say, yo,
We're only saying you're doing fine. Oklahoma, Oklahoma. O
K-L-A
H-O-M.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
I'm getting close to China.
What an awesome time we've had today here at the heart of Route 66 Auto Museum.
This is a very, very cool place, and honestly, I could see you pulling up to an old diner in either one of these.
I'd take it, and Quinn Tran has got the perfect place for us. She's taking us to Old Orchard in Bethany.
From breakfast through lunch and dinner, the Old Orchard restaurant has served up home cooking since 1974.
I'm the baby of 7. So my dad thought, well, I might as well get a restaurant and I can feed them and they can work at the same time.
Amy Franklin now runs the family's restaurant that was started by her dad. She does most of the cooking. It's comfort food made from scratch.
We do fresh ground beef with our hamburger steaks and our hamburgers, and we have fresh cut French fries, hash browns. We don't have a frozen potato in the house. Our potatoes are all fresh cut.
She cuts up the fish by hand, each piece hand breaded with simple seasonings.
I love, probably the catfish is my favorite. Just maybe the seasoning, it's super crispy, doesn't taste fishy, it's fresh.
The fish is a top seller, especially on Tuesdays and Fridays when it's all-you-can-eat catfish. The Old Orchard is well known in Bethany, Oklahoma for the comfort food and big portions.
Even if you know, you're watching your weight or what you're gonna eat. There's something here for everybody.
You can't leave this family-owned restaurant without trying something sweet. The pies are all homemade. Let's give the chocolate a try. It's very good.
The desserts are great. And my favorite's the bread pudding. And it's not like bread pudding you get in other restaurants. It's kind of all put together, one thing that you eat. It's like bread and pudding, bread pudding.
The bread pudding and many of the dishes come from family recipes, comfort food prepared from scratch.
Our heart, we put our heart into it.
In Bethany, Oklahoma, Quintran, Discover Oklahoma.
No matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
What a treat it's been to be here at the heart of Route 66 Auto Museum and check out all these cool cars.
I like it.
The space here is available for events too. Admission is just $5 and they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and noon to 4 on Sundays. You'll find them right off Route 66 at 13 Sahoma Lake Road.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're headed way out west to check out the historic site of Fort Supply.
Plus, what a spread they set out on the table for us at Bread and Butter Restaurant in Tulsa. You don't want to miss this taste test next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.